Hello, this welcome video was recorded last summer in 2024. The structure of our course in 2025 will be the same. Homework assignments will be due Mondays. Quizzes will be due on Tuesdays. I will have office hours on Sunday morning and Sunday evening at the same time as described in the welcome video. And we will have a final exam at the end of the course. Now, this year, you will have a 72-hour period during which to take the 60-minute final exam online. Last year, we only offered a 48-hour period. So this year, you have 3 days. Last year, we only offered 2 days. Also, this year, we'll be using Python 3.12 as opposed to Python 3.11, although frankly, at the level of this course, there are no real visible differences. The names and email addresses of the TAs are going to be different. The specific calendar dates of the homework and quizzes will be different from what this video shows. Please check this course's syllabus for the correct dates. I think all the dates are off by 1 day because the calendar was a little bit different last year, of course. All right, thank you. Welcome to Intro to Python Programming in the summer of 2024. I am this guy, John Ostlund, and I'll be your instructor for this course. You can reach me, if you'd like, at my official Carnegie Mellon email address, jostlund@andrew.cmu.edu, or you can reach me at my personal email address, jkostlund@gmail.com. I will be available to you 7 days a week while this course is running. When course is in session, I work on the weekends just as well as the regular days of the week. In fact, I usually hold office hours on the weekend. So you should not hesitate to contact me by email on weekends, as well as any other time during the week. I typically get started a little bit before 10 o'clock in the morning and go until around 9 o'clock at night, sometimes a little earlier than 10, sometimes a little later than 9. There are going to be a couple of days, let me think now. Actually, I think this class will be over before I have to do any traveling. So I should be available to you, all the time. I will have video office hours by Zoom on Sunday morning, my time, from 10 a.m. to noon, and on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. These are U.S. Eastern Daylight Time timings. That's UTC -4. Those of you in China, I think right now, are exactly 12 hours different from me. So for you, these will be my 10 a.m. to noon will be your 10 p.m. to midnight, and my 10 p.m. to my 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. will be 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for you. In any case, you can look at the Zoom section on Canvas, and you will see the Zoom links for the office hours every Sunday, both morning and evening. Okay. Now, we will have a final exam online. That's a 1-hour exam. Mostly multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank kinds of questions. It's a 1-hour exam, but because we all have differing schedules and differing conflicts going on during the summer, you'll actually have a 48-hour period, both Monday and Tuesday, July 29 and July 30. Again, that's my time, so for you, I think that will be, depending on where you are in the world, that may be from sometimes the middle of the day, Sunday, through the middle of the day, Tuesday. In any case, okay. I am ably assisted by a couple of teaching assistants for this course, and you can reach them at these email addresses. They will be mostly expected to help me with grading homework assignments. If they wish to, they can also hold office hours by Zoom, but I don't... What's going on? Come on, mouse. They may have office hours by Zoom, but I don't require them to do that. So that's up to them as whether they want to do that or not. All right, onward ho. All right, so this is going to be all about the fundamentals of computer programming using the Python language. The release of Python that we'll be using is called 3.11. I think there is probably a 3.12 available, but we will be sticking with 3.11. Let me drop down to the software section here. In particular, I would like you to download and install something called Anaconda version 2024.02, which was released in February of 2024. And instructions for doing that are shown in this YouTube video here. So after you have watched this welcome video and syllabus review, you can follow through that video to get Anaconda installed. Anaconda is a big package that includes Python itself, as well as a whole bunch of editors and libraries and documentation and other kinds of tools. Okay, I'm going to just let you read the rest of the description. There are online resources and textbooks that you can refer to for additional information outside of the course notes. None of this is required, and unfortunately, textbooks are often expensive. There's a very good book that's often used as a college textbook by Tony Gaddis called Starting Out with Python, but that thing costs about $120, so maybe you can find a used copy for less if you want to have a book. There's also a really excellent book called Python for Data Analysis, which is available for free online through the Carnegie Mellon University library. There's also another book that's available online called Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, which may be at a little bit more appropriate level for this course as opposed to the data analysis course. And if you search around online, you can find that for free. The author just makes that available on the web for free. Okay. Now, the grade that you receive, although realistically this is realistically a pass-fail course. I will give you a grade, but this course does not show up on your transcript, and your performance in this course, you need to pass, but your performance in this course will not be recorded in your Carnegie Mellon GPA. The things that you're responsible for doing are homework on a weekly basis, quizzes on a weekly basis, and then a final exam at the end of the course. Now, for each homework assignment, I ask everyone in my course to work on homework assignments in teams, usually teams of 2 people. If we have an odd number of people, then obviously I'm going to have at least one team of 3 people. The idea here is that you should try to do as much of the homework yourself as you can initially, but then once you have gone through the homework yourself, if you get stuck on anything, you can certainly ask your teammates. You can ask me for help. You can ask the TAs for help. You can ask anybody at all for hints or help, and then compare what you have done in your homework solution with what your teammate or teammates have done. And then between you and your team, one member of the team will submit the homework on Canvas on behalf of the team members. So if there are 2 of you, you can decide whether you want to submit team member A's homework or team member B's homework, or you might decide to create a solution that combines good ideas from both teammates, and then zip that up, whether it's one file or multiple files, upload that to Canvas, and then that will be graded. Now, the scores are from 0 up to 100 points, and if your team scores a 90 or better on the homework, you will get an A for that homework assignment. Because we ask everybody to work in teams, and we allow people to ask people even outside of their teams for hints and assistance, we sort of expect that everybody will end up getting an A on each homework assignment. If you do get stuck, for heaven's sake, don't flounder around lost. Ask your teammate for some help. Ask me. Ask the TAs for some help. Ask other people that you know for help. Now, there are also labs available, which are just sort of extra homework, if you will. We post the labs and the solutions to the labs simultaneously at the beginning of each week. And these things are not graded, but they can be useful as a way for you to review your understanding of the material. Each week there will be a quiz online. Each quiz is, again, true, false, multiple choice, multiple answer, fill in the blank kinds of questions. These things are on Canvas. And to get an A on each quiz, you have to get a score of 87.5% or better of the points available for the quiz. Now, some quizzes are shorter, 15, 16 points. Other quizzes are longer, 40 points, 50 points. Whatever the total points available are for a given quiz, 87.5% or better is an A. You will get up to 5 chances to take each quiz. So if you don't do well on the quiz the first time, I recommend that you do some reviewing, and then you can take the quiz again. And you can, do that up to 5 times for each quiz. But each quiz does have a deadline associated with it, which will be the day after that week's homework assignment is due. So don't fall behind on these quizzes. Now, the quizzes make use of some examination software called Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor, which is designed to be blunt, to try to prevent cheating. So you will need to obtain and install Lockdown Browser, and you will need to have a working web camera on your system so that Respondus Monitor can observe your surroundings. There is this thing called the Lockdown Browser Test Quiz. that you will find if you click Quizzes in Canvas. All right, here we have the Lockdown Browser test quiz. The purpose of this test quiz is basically just to check that your Lockdown Browser software is installed and working correctly, and that your webcam is working correctly. There are only 3 questions in this silly little quiz, and there is no score for this recorded as part of your performance for the course. It's just really to make sure that your quiz and final exam software setup is correct. Okay, so you can take that over and over again. Okay, where were we? Here we go. Okay, so we have homework. We have optional labs that you don't have to pass in. We have a quiz for each week's material, which does require Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor. And then the final exam at the end of the course will be like a longish quiz. You have up to an hour to complete this final exam, and it'll be available for you to take on Monday and Tuesday, my time, July 29th and July 30th. So you have a 48-hour period during which to take this 1-hour final exam. Unlike the quizzes, you only have one chance to take the final exam. Okay, and here's how grading is done. Now, again, in this course, you really just need to pass, but you should strive to do as well as you can, because the information in this course will be extraordinarily important for data analysis classes and projects that you find yourself doing in the future. Python is an extraordinarily important thing to know very well for almost anybody doing anything with data nowadays. Okay. I think I won't bother to read the learning objectives. You can read through that yourself. Basically, we're going to start by assuming you don't know anything, and we're going to build up as much Python knowledge as we can, as quickly as we can, within a 5-week period of time. Here is a more detailed outline of the specific topics that we'll discuss and in the specific order. Here, the schedule shows when the various homework assignments and quizzes have to be done. Whoops, I just noticed I have a typo here. I'll have to go in and fix these. But homework 1 and quiz 1 for week 1, homework 2 and quiz 2 for week 2, homework 3 and quiz 3 for week 3, etc. And then the final exam on July 29 and 30. Homework assignments will always be due prior to midnight. And again, this is U.S. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday. So you will have to translate that to, whatever 11:59 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daylight Time is to your time zone. Okay, and all the rest of this I believe you can go ahead and read through yourselves. If you have any questions about anything at any time, by all means, send me an email message. I monitor my email on a regular basis, all day, every day, and I will respond to you for certain within 24 hours. Usually I'm able to do much better than that. I have responded to email in the past in about 30 seconds in some cases, very often within an hour or 2 or 3. So, thank you for participating in the class, And I look forward to meeting you in person sometime at Carnegie Mellon this fall. Take care.